Yeah. So I just flew into Vancouver this morning. And I'm here for a few days. I brought with me the Nikon ZF Silver, the green edition. And ooh, look at this pretty little wooden handle, the dark wood with the green. Oh. And I also brought the Typox Samara 50mm f1.4. And then I also brought the Viltrox 28mm f4.5 little pancake lens. But I wanted to talk to you about this setup, but more about something that a lot of people have been asking me about, which is the Nikon Creative Picture Control. This is something that you just don't see a lot talked about on YouTube, and I think that's for a few reasons that I kind of want to outline here. But overall, I think the Creative Picture Control is a really neat thing, and I think we're going to see more and more people get excited about it, especially when you can start to add the grain function, which is coming with a firmware that's coming up soon. One thing to note is that it is the end of wedding season for me. I shot my last wedding. I was actually seconding a wedding this past Saturday, and I did bring the Typox Samara 50mm f1.4 with me, which was awesome. I shot a lot of weddings this year. I don't know exactly how many, but overall, shooting weddings is like such a fun thing, but it definitely takes it out of you. It's funny being here in Vancouver. Like I'm in North Vancouver right now, and so it's pretty quiet. And so if I want to do like street photography, there's not like a ton of people. It's not necessarily the most interesting area for that. But after shooting so many weddings and photographing so many people, to be honest, I just wanted to walk around and like photograph stuff, like nice colored leaves and like quiet scenes and like architecture, all that kind of thing. The stuff that you don't really get a lot of chance to do in the middle of wedding season. So the Creative Picture Control, I think what's really cool about it is the fact that there is so much you can do with it. Like if you actually open up the NX Studio and you take the time to make something, you can get such cool look. However, I think the biggest roadblock is that you do have to do it on the computer. You can't really do it here on the camera like you can with the Fujifilm. And that is like a big, I don't want to say a miss. That's just like a differentiation in how they've decided to do it. Because of that, you can make way more fine-tuned controls. Like you can control, curves in a way that you just can't control with the Fujifilm simulations in the same way. You can really fine-tune things. However, you do have to do it all on the computer, and it creates like friction, and we don't want friction, right? What is cool though is that if you do have your phone and you open up the NX Studio like mobile version, you can actually just download profiles, and that's what I did here. So what you're gonna see are all just profiles that I downloaded. I do have some recipes that I've made. However, for the sake of this video, I kind of wanted to show you what like standard stock profiles that other people have created look like, because what's cool about this is like you can download those, put them onto your app, open up the app, connect to your camera, and then within a couple minutes you have them on your camera so you can go out and shoot with them. And that to me is actually faster than creating them in camera. It's sort of like what you can do with the Fujifilm software where you can like upload from there. It's the same idea, but again, more fine-tuned controls. But I do think what's cool is that that speed as well as like the volume of different profiles, and you're going to see way more. I think what's going to end up happening is, once they introduce the grain, a lot of people are going to like get more excited about it, and then they're going to start creating profiles, and you're going to see a lot more that are really fun. I shouldn't say profiles, Creative Picture Controls. And the other thing that I think is really cool about these is the fact that you can not only use them for photo, but you can use them for video too. So on the ZF, I can have them pre-programmed, and then all I have to do is flip the switch over to video, and as long as I'm in that same profile on the video and start recording, I can get some really cool clips using that, but still having full access to like everything that you want out of your video controls. So you can have like your full video controls, but you can use a creative profile. It's like a built-in look, but then from there you can still make adjustments to certain things like the active de-lighting. You can control obviously your exposure, but then you can also control your white balance. And I think that is where you unlock another level of making these really interesting and creative, because you can have like the built-in custom profile, but then you add on the layer of the white balance, and then you have more breadth of changes to work with. So I think it's very cool. Having said that, shooting with those Creative Picture Controls and the Nikon ZF with the Typox Samara feels like a really fun analog-ish experience. I guess not analog, of course. It'll never feel like you're shooting film when you're shooting digital. And maybe the closest would be like the Leica M series, like the D series that doesn't have the screen on the back. Maybe that's the closest. I don't know. People in the comments, let me know if you shot with that. But you're never going to get like a film experience out of a digital camera as far as I'm concerned. It just doesn't work that way. But what it does is it does allow you to think a little bit less about certain things and maybe like slow down a little bit more and think more about, I don't know, composition or something. I don't know. It's like you have certain elements. You're not thinking about like, okay, how am I going to edit this? You're like, I'm going to get this right in camera. So what are we going to do here? You know, like what creative choices am I going to make knowing that I have this look built in? And what's cool about these that I think not as many people talk about or appreciate is the fact that when you are shooting with these, I think the profile that you choose will inform how you shoot. I personally feel like if I'm using something like this more filmic, I think it's called Fabio Filmic or something, I don't know what it's called, but Fabio is the person who created it. Shout out to you, whoever you are. I think when I shoot with that, I'm probably shooting in a certain way and looking for certain things, knowing that that's the look I'm going to get. It's a bit more of like an austere, kind of contrasty, heavier look. And that informs how I choose to expose. That informs the type of things that I choose to shoot. And that's cool too. So that's something that's really interesting. Like how you're choosing to go about photographing is being informed by the picture profile that you're choosing. So very, very cool. I like it. I think it's really fun, and I would encourage you to go there and try it. Let me know some of the ones that you like, and I'm going to work on developing some more picture controls that I can put on my website and you guys can check out. But if you don't want to use those and you just want to use good presets, I also have those on my website. You can check them out. They're there right now. And what the hell? I'll put them 25% off for the next 30 days from this video because, hey, why not? Okay, peace.